Hey everybody, it is robot practice time. So because of that, what I'm going to do is that the Vex IQ challenge came out for the next year's game. So I'm going to go ahead and watch that first, that short video. Then we're going to go ahead and start with this week's activity. This week's activity is more akin to what we're used to doing by actually manipulating objects instead of just wandering around and just moving around. So what we're going to do is, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be picking up these tokens, and then we're going to be bringing them back to home. I'll move my screen out for the other two for videos for the second video this week, because there will be two videos this week, two practices. One is going to be getting that first row of blue chips back to the blue base. The second one, on the other hand, is going to be getting all of the chips back into their home base. And so that will take you a little bit longer, but once we get the blue one set up, it should be much easier to get the rest of them. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and watch this quietly. I'm going to sit quietly, I promise. I promise I'm going to sit quietly. We'll see what happens, though. All right, so we're going to go ahead. All I did to find the video, in case you want to show it to your family later and you don't want to show them the robotics practice video, all you need to do is go to Vex IQ 2020, 2021. And here's the video. As you can see, I've already watched it. So let's go ahead and watch this video.
Welcome to the 2020-2021 game, Vex IQ Challenge, Rise Above. There are 3 ways to play Vex IQ Challenge, Rise Above.
First, 2 teams will collaborate in 60-second teamwork challenge matches, working together to maximize their score. Both teams will receive the same points.
Each of these teams will consist of 2 drivers and 1 robot. One driver will operate the robot for the first half of the match, and the other driver will operate it for the second half.
Second, each team will have the opportunity to compete in the Driving Skills Challenge. In these matches, teams have 60 seconds of driver-controlled time to score as many points as possible.
Third, each team will also have the opportunity to play Programming Skills Challenge matches, in which they have 60 seconds of autonomous robot operation to score points, no drivers allowed.
Scores from the Driving and Programming Skills Challenges will be combined to determine a Robot Skills Challenge champion.
Vex IQ Challenge Rise Above is played on the new, wider field, measuring 6 feet by 8 feet.
Robots and game objects start
field
on the field in predetermined positions, and there are 9 goals located around the field.
Be sure to double-check the robot size rules this year, as they may not be the same as previous Vex IQ Challenge games.
And they're not, by the way.
The scoring objects are risers, with a height of approximately 8.75 inches and a width of approximately 7 inches. There are a total of 27 risers on the field.
The object of the game is to score as many points as possible with your alliance partner by scoring risers in goals and completing rows.
Each riser scored inside of a goal is worth 1 point. Each riser stacked on top is worth 1 additional point.
If teams score 3 risers of the same color in a row, they will have a completed row and will earn an additional 3 points.
If teams can stack 3 risers in the same goal, and that goal is part of a completed row, they will have a completed stack and will earn an additional 30 points.
Teams will have to experiment with different scoring configurations to figure out the most efficient way to score points.
For official game rules and robot requirements for Vex IQ Challenge Rise Above, please see the game manual found at roboticseducation.org and vexiq.com.
To register a team, find events near you, or ask a question on the official Q&A, please visit robotevents.com. Good luck and have a great season.
All right, guys, so listen, that's the new game for this year. We're going to be starting, and we're going to hit the ground running. I'm going to be ordering that game board, and well, technically half the game board because the other half is back ordered. So, but I will be ordering you guys the game and the game board this week. So I will have time to screw around with it over the summer and play around. And there will be a weekly video on this channel to show you what I've been up to and to give you some ideas about what you guys could be doing once you get back to school. Those are the same videos that if you don't watch them during the summer, I'm going to make you watch them when we start school in the fall. So be prepared, be ready, because that game, I think we can really rock that game out, guys. I can really rock it out. And my two programmers and my two pilots are returning for next year. So get going, guys. Make sure that you stay on point. Okay, so going back to the actual activity for the practice for today, we are going to be doing the disc mover challenge. Instead of having arms, the VR robot has a magnet that it can pick stuff up with. I'm not a particular fan of not having an arm, but I could see why it would be hard to view the arm on the two different screens that we have to see it. And it's on this game, I played it just a few minutes before I made this video just to see how the magnet worked, because I was anticipating this video being a hot mess if the magnet didn't work the way that I thought it was going to work. You have to be practically on top of it, and then it will pick it up. So in that situation, it's not as hard as what it looks like. Now, the first thing is that, as you can see, level 1, use the electromagnet, pick up, and place 3 discs of any color in the any color goals. So all you're going to do on this first one is that I want you to take all the blue discs and put them in the blue square. Now, in the next video, I'm going to have you do the red ones and the green ones on one large program, because now I know we normally don't do that. We run like one program, then the next program, then the next program. We do that because in the past, it gets to be ridiculous because if your wheel slips even just a little bit, it causes your entire rest of your program to go to garbage completely. So because of that, we normally don't do these ridiculously long programs with a physical robot because it's very difficult to keep them straight on and right on point, because there is slippage sometimes, and especially if our board gets dusty, and we do live in one of the giant kitty litter boxes of the world in the desert. So that does cause us a problem. Well, let's go ahead and, like I said, we're going to move all of the blue discs into the blue square for today. All right, for this video here. So let's go ahead and go back to our VEX Code VR website. As you can see, here's the website up here. I will put the website in the video, in the description. So it'll have my email address in case you have a question. It will also have the VEX VR link, so you can just go ahead and link it right from the video. So you don't have to search for it. Unless you're smart like some of the other kids in class and who has already bookmarked it. I know you guys have done it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put my face. Let's see. Where does my face go? Let's go ahead and put me down here. In this situation, then I can just move my stuff up here. All right, so here we go. The first thing we got to do, because here's our robot right here. So here's our robot, and we wanted to get to this first, the first puck, or let's call it a token, the first token up here. So when we get to this, know that we're not going to go for this token or this token here, because that's a waste. Because what you're going to do in real life is you would knock this one out of the way, and it would be much more difficult to get it later. You're already lined up right here. Since you're already lined up, why you wouldn't just do it just regular, like just in order, I don't understand why you wouldn't. But I'm giving you a suggestion. So they also told us that these boxes here are 200 millimeters wide. So they're 200 millimeters wide and 200 millimeters long. Since we're going to go ahead and go with the millimeters instead of inches, since that's what the base unit for this program is, because I tried to get around it at the beginning of this, but it's not going to happen. So because of that, so we got 200 millimeters, 400 millimeters, because you're counting by twos, 4s, 6s. So you got 200 millimeters, 400 millimeters, 600 millimeters. Now you're going to say, 600, we're good to go. But you're missing like that this is like half. It's like halfway through it. So you got to add some more. So in that situation, let's go ahead and add to 700, see how close we get to it. And then we'll add a little bit or take a little bit off if we're a little too long. So let's go ahead and put it up. Now, we could use sensors for this. I know I got a lot of people out there be like, but just use your sensors. You can just sensor it. No, let's just use the motion and the magnet for right now. So let's go to 700. Let's see how close we get. Now, let's go ahead and magnetize it because we won't know if it's close enough unless, because that's what I did learn in my practice. If you have to try to magnetize it first. So you go down to the magnet, which is the purplish one right underneath the drivetrain. You pull your magnet over. Whoa. That is a lot slower when I'm on video. All right, so then you magnetize it. Magnetize whatever little arm you have. I'm assuming it's right here, right there, that little head looking thing. So then we go back to the drivetrain and come back 700, right? So if you go forward 700, you need to go back 700. Let's see if that picks it up. Ready? So we're going to go ahead and start it. It goes up. And it keeps going up. That was a hot mess, guys. Okay, that was me rushing. Shouldn't rush. You gotta, and when you make a mistake, it's cool. Because this one right here is supposed to be 700, right? 700 back. As if you go forward 700 to go back to base, it should be 700 back. Also, forward, I need to go back. There we go. So let's try that again. So we're going to reset it and see what happens. We're going to go up 700. Nope. Now we didn't get it far enough. So obviously that magnet, we could hover over it, it looks like. So let's go ahead and sorry, my sock's running down. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can hover over top of it and just leave it on. So let's go ahead and let's try to do a little bit of cheating here. I'm not cheating, but you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and leave this, put this below it. Let's just magnetize it and call it a day. Because maybe it'll just pick it up if we just ride over top of it. That'd be kind of cool. I thought we'd have to stop and pick it up like we would do anything else. Let's go ahead and go 800 forward and then 800 back. If it's like that, this game is super easy. You don't have to be very exacting. And that's definitely not competition level, so we'll see what happens. So we're going to go ahead and stop that, reset it, and go. So it goes forward. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so easy. Oh, I'm going to be so mad. Okay, so you go up, you pick it up, you come back, and as you can see, it clips it. So let's go ahead and take another magnet, because we got to release it now. We can't just I wonder if we can get all three of them at one time. Oh, this game is not gonna be as fun as I thought it was gonna be. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Let's see if it'll pick up all three at one time. Let's give it a shot. So, because that's what you do when you're a competition. You try to find the most efficient way to do it, even if it doesn't seem as fun. The most efficient, time-saving way. That's what robotics is all about. All right, so how many are we gonna count? One box, two, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So let's go 15 because we got to go up a little bit higher. So we're going to go, let's just go 1600 and just call it a day. 1600. And then we're going to go 1600 back. And let's see if we can collect all of our little tokens at one time. If we can do all the tokens at one time, I'd be seriously irritated with this program right now. Okay, so we're going to stop it and we're going to reset it because that's another frustrating thing about robotics. You always got to reset the board exactly the way it was before. If not, it's going to cause a whole mess. So let's go ahead and try to see if it will pick up all three of those tokens. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. You can only pick up one at a time. All right, cool. That makes me a little bit feels a little bit better because that would make the game so ridiculously easy. Okay, so let's go ahead now that we don't have that easy game. So we know that this is about 700. No, it had to be a little bit longer, 700. So we got to go 800. It'll pick it up and just drive it forward. And then we need 800 back and we need to drop it off. So we just take the magnet again and we drop it off. Now this one here, we're going to go ahead and we are going to, all right, there we go. And we're going to take it and we're going to drop it. Because we know this basic system right here makes a lot of sense, we're going to go ahead and duplicate that series. And we're going to put that series right down here. Well, we're going to take that top one off though. So let's take this top one off because that top one is not, we do not want to be magnetizing it. We don't want to be magnetizing it like when it's still here over top of that other token. So let's go ahead and try to fix that out a little bit. We got to add something in between here. We'll add another drivetrain. Just move it forward just a little bit to get that last little like token to stay off. So we'll just go ahead forward 200 and then magnetize again. So that we could just do it that way. Because we got 3 tokens to get, so we might as well just go ahead and do our 3, right? So we got to take this. All right, sounds good. Okay, so 800 is not going to work this time, so we got to go further. So if it was like 12 or 1400 up here, so let's count. Ready? So hold on, let's reset it. There we go. So let's go. We are at 1 block. So 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000. So we're about 1,000. So let's go ahead. I still swear that's about 1,200. So let's just go ahead and do. Whoa! Make sure to get rid of all of your like stuff on there, guys. So we got 12. I'm gonna do 1,200. 1,200 there, and 1,200 there. Because there's 2 boxes right here. So I think we have extra. So I reset it. Let's go ahead and see if it'll go ahead and bring 2 tokens back. So we go forward, we get the token, we bring it back. We drop it, we go. We get the token, and we're not going to make it back all the way this time. Nope. Okay, so we go back this time. We got to take it back even further. So we got to go. Let's go 1,400 because we are every time we go up, we're gaining a little bit of ground. So we don't want to do it like that. So we change that to 1,400 to get ourselves back. So let's go ahead, reset ourselves, and let's see if that 1,400 will bring us all the way back to home. So we go up, grab the first. You see how we go a little bit further? That kind of gets us off our line a little bit. So it's okay though. You just got to adjust for it later. You grab it. See, I was almost to that next token. So I know 1,200 is like, if I do 1,400 back. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I need this part. So let's go ahead and take this off for a second. I need that part. Hey, go back. Get off. Thank you. I need this part again. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate that block. I'm going to put that over there just for a second. And then I'm going to put this back on top. So this keeps you from having, it's what a lot of programmers do. You get a good line of code and then just adjust it to the small little adjustments that you need to make the code work well for you. Okay, so we're going to go back to this one. And this time around, since we're going forward, again, 200. All right, so we're going to come down here and we got to adjust these ones. This one here needed to be 1,400 to get that last one. And let's do 1,600 to get back. And that should collect all of your tokens. Okay, so all of your tokens should be collected at that point for all 3. So let's go ahead and stop it, reset the board, and let's get started. So we go up. Got it. Pull it back. We take our next one. We go up. We should grab it. Yeah, we really grabbed that one. That one is like really far. And then we come back. And then we go for the last one. And why we're crooked, I have no idea. Why are we crooked? Huh. That's peculiar. Like, we're crooked for no reason. Let's go ahead and let's reset it again. They made this very much more realistic in this one. Maybe we're running into them. We could be running into the tokens. I thought we were just running over top of the tokens. But because we're still on our line. Now, as you can see, see how we're getting a little bit crooked? Now we're really crooked. We're running into, okay, so what we're going to do on that last one, we're just going to do a slight turn, just a little bit. No, nothing super crazy. So what we're going to do is that before we go forward again, we're just going to turn a couple degrees. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to, on that magnet boost thing, right underneath, right after we boost that magnet, we're just going to turn left because remember, we're going that way. All right, since we're going, we want it to turn just a little bit this way. So let's just go with like, let's just go with the 3 degrees to the left, just to see if that'll straighten us out. Because we're hitting something. We're hitting the tokens. The wheels are, something's getting caught up in those. And we can't see it on here, what the problem is. So we're going to stop it and reset it. And let's try it again and see if that little tiny little bit of correction will help our situation out. If not, I'm going to have to put the tokens down in a different spot because we might be just running them over. That might just be our particular problem. We just keep running over the tokens and it's causing us to get an issue. There we go. See, if your robot has a small, yeah, there we go. If it has a small deviation because of some weird thing, just fix whatever deviation you got. So, okay, I got all 3 tokens in the box. Good for me. Now, the second video is we're going to keep the blue program and we're going to go ahead and we are going to move on to the red ones, which we could keep that big long, we can keep this technically, but we have to get this robot over into that box lined up with the red. And then we can go ahead and use the same program. And then we're going to go over here to the green and use the same program. The only thing that's going to cause us a huge problem is those degrees right there. If we are a little bit off on the degrees, we'll just have to adjust it as the robot goes. Because I'm not exactly sure what's causing the problem, like what exactly we're doing that's causing the robot to go off to the side a little bit. So, all right, I think that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do the other view. Maybe we can figure out, maybe in between videos, we can figure out what to do with that. So let's go ahead and reset it, stop it and reset it. It's going to cause me to go to that other view. Go ahead back down here. All right, so let's see what exactly what our problem is. So here we go. We got it. We come back, drop, and it goes right underneath it. So, and we're already off a little bit. So what is the issue? I don't know. You would think you're like, maybe we're not hitting the actual token correctly. See, and then I readjusted the line, so then it was fine. We're just going to have to readjust the line on this one because anything else I have no idea what's causing the robot to go. Unless when you're dragging something, it's not set straight on the magnet and it's causing a weight problem. I don't know. If anybody out there knows what the issue is of why that is happening, like for sure, please let me know. Put it in the comments section below or email me if you're a shy person. So anyway, that is the first video for our robotics practice for the week. Please get on. Please practice. I do not want you guys not up on your skills when it comes to August. So thank you very much. I will talk to you guys in the next video. I'm going to make some more coffee and then I'm going to hit the next thing here. All right, come on. You can do it. All right, guys, have a good one.